Hi friends, it's Saturday, October 18th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here, continuing our assignment. The Takedown Team has had a very exhausting day. They began their efforts on what we're thinking of as the fourth planet of Zone 4. And some of them were hurt, and they're all exhausted. So our instructions are to have the intention be that the Takedown Team be supported, to bring them into alignment with their soul plan and trigger the awakening whose time has come, and that this work can be done in a way that supports them in their soul growth rather than draining them. And with that, it begins. Instantly I'm sitting on a wooden chair. It's a very big wooden chair, and the desk in front of me is very, very large, and there's a very tall being sitting in this desk. And at first I was thinking perhaps I'm small, or perhaps it's perspective, but there's the town crier over there, and he's this normal size. And this desk is huge, the chair I'm sitting in is huge, my legs are dangling.
That's true.
And this being is huge, so it's just an extremely tall being. And the office is sized appropriately for someone of his stature.
That's true.
And the fact that the visitor's chair, the side chair, is large like this means that he's not used to having little people here. He's saying, now, what do you notice? And he's referring to the Takedown crew, and what I'm noticing is that it is a small group of people doing hugely important work that many, many, many more people should be participating in but aren't. He says, that's right, and why is this? He wants me to take a guess. And this is a coin of a process that's necessary to heal a malignancy, and in order to heal a malignancy, we have to take down the parts that are malignant beyond repair.
It's true.
And reset up again in someplace else in a different way. Is pointing to all the support of the universe that's here for the takedown, and that it's being funneled, that's the word he's using, funneled through an extremely small group of people.
That's true.
And that this is, by definition, going to transform these beings.
That's true.
Just catapult them forward into their soul growth, because they're channeling so much energy, because this energy is the energy that was allocated to the takedown. And whether there's one channel or 1,000,000 channels, that same amount of energy is coming through to take it down.
That's true.
And so we have 3 Christ presences and 4 angels and a couple squires to those knights in shining armor, so to speak, right? Now other tubes could join them.
That's true.
And could equally well be catapulted forward. How may we be of service today? So he's specifically pointing at Azara. She's injured badly, and really actually critically. And now his eyebrows are beginning to draw together, and he's looking at me with his eyes more focused, and I believe he's making the point that we are making the error that Azara makes.
That's true.
And he wants me to put into my words what I believe Azara's error is. She believes she is not important to the process, and that she can be consumed in the process and it'll be okay. She makes the Joan of Arc mistake.
That's true.
He says, look around you. Is anybody else holding the commander's back? No, that's the problem. Is anybody else holding Charlie's back?
No, not at all.
That's the problem. Not at all. Nobody else is stepping up. He says, well then.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. So we can do that. We can hold their backs. And all we have to do is stretch target to their targets and expand and let it flow through us. That's all we have to do.
That's true.
And all the other things as well.
Right.
He acknowledges it is a big stretch, but that this is how we fulfill our intention, which is to be catapulted forward and not destroyed by the process.
That is true. Whoosh.
And we see, again, this huge amount of energy allocated to takedown, and what looks like a huge amount of energy allocated to setup. But look, they're on a scale.
Yes.
It's actually not all that uneven.
No.
It looks like almost, perhaps exactly equal. It might be exactly equal, but almost an equal amount of energy, universal energy, is allocated to the takedown as to the setup of the new experience.
It's true.
And look, there could be millions of beings. Look at them all.
Easily million.
Easily millions of beings working on the setup. Are they really growing all that much?
No.
Not really. We've got this tiny little handful working on the takedown, doing the Shiva side of the equation.
That's true.
All right? Well, so be it, right? There's still that amount of universal support. And
That's true.
more can join.
That's true.
And as the process continues on, each Christ presence has the opportunity to join, and everybody on the biosphere that just got taken down has the opportunity to join,
That's
right?
true.
Plus, everybody on the biosphere is still operating in this universe equally well, has the opportunity to join in. Don't we all?
Yeah.
Isn't this something that affects all of us in this universe?
Yes.
So he looks at me and says, and now what? Obviously calling for light beings who know exactly what to do. Watch Azar, watch what's happening. Calling for light beings who know exactly what to do to support the takedown crew. Wow. It looks like in the Disney version of Beauty and the Beast, where the Beast transforms.
Yes, it looks just like that.
Yes, like her body is floating up and she's jerking around and she's coming out all shiny. Can I ask a question? Where are the vortices? And he says again, they're conscious sentient beings just like everything else.
That's true.
There are 4 choices for all of us. To choose to help in the takedown, to choose to help in the setup, to not choose, and to choose to not help. So the various and sundry vortices are making choices along the lines of the other sentient beings, right?
Right.
So it has to be shown the number of vortices that are helping in the setup. I see a lot of them.
A fair amount.
Hi. And some of them are moving so slowly.
So
I don't understand what that's about. They're not going to be of help to anyone.
They're
moving
really
that slowly.
shallow. The ones who are slow are short.
They're way too short, way too shallow. They're not really doing much to help.
No.
I guess that's an answer to my question. I asked where are the vortices.
That's
We
true.
just got our answer. So he's looking over his glasses at me to see if I reach the logical conclusion. Asking all the vortices, he's kind of waiting for me to stand up and say something. So I have to stand up and kind of project my voice, asking for if there are any vortices willing to support the takedown crew. Like sign on.
Yeah.
Sign on. Here comes one.
I notice it's also not
huge, but big
Yeah.
enough. It's asking the question of the tall beings. Sir, my perception is that the longer a vortex is, the faster it spins. And he says, that's correct. So if this vortex wanted to power it up and grow, getting longer would be helpful. He says it's always helpful to everybody. And vortices are no exception.
That's true.
So that's the assignment for all of us, no matter what we're choosing, whether we're choosing to be on the takedown team, on the setup team, choosing to not help at all, and choosing to not choose.
It's true.
We all have the same opportunity to get longer, 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 and the longer we are, deeper into source below, higher into source above, the easier it is to hear our guides, and the more likely it is we'll step up into the opportunity that gives us the biggest growth.
Yes.
And be catapulted forward.
He's looking at us like it's time to go.
Go. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
And it still feels like everyone's sleeping
Out.
back at the bivouac.
Out there, exhausted. I'm just going to ask for light beings who know exactly what to do to help the commander. He's got a problem. It's similar to what was bothering Charlie and what was bothering Luce, is that there are beings who are supposed to be here with them.
It's true.
With him, and they aren't. Where are the ones who are supposed to be holding his back? There are at least 2, maybe 3, maybe 3 who committed, quote unquote, to holding his back. Where are
true.
they? Where are they? Nowhere to be seen, right? They're on the
Right.
beach somewhere, vacationing somewhere. My perception is they're angels who
It's my
said they would be
perception
here
too.
with them. Well, I think the angels are from the red
Yeah.
planet.
They were supposed to stand with him.
Definitely. It could be one being, and it would still be enough, because all the support of the universe would be there, right?
That's true.
Because the work is still needed, right?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Well, I've seen how the courageous one sets his jaw, and how the commander sets his jaw, and neither of them are ever stopping.
No.
They're not stopping. This is what the situation calls for. This is what Source is calling for. They are servants of Source, asking for help for the commander, for the courageous one, and for all of those extra help, over and above help, for those who are over and above committed, who are actually truly committed, right?
It's true.
To just do it no matter
what.
No matter what. No matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. To trigger the awakening right now. No matter what anyone else does or doesn't do. To step up and do what's needed. And to shut the doors for the others, because if they were coming, they would have been here. And I can see those people on the beach.
That's true.
I can see them on the beach drinking their Mai Tais and pina coladas and pretending that their pager hasn't gone off 1,000 times.
That's true.
It's interesting that it's pagers.
I see them though, the little
Yeah.
black pagers.
No. Wow. Wow. Maybe others will choose to join in, and maybe not. But it doesn't matter, does it? Because all the support of the universe is allocated here, and it's going to
True.
flow through somebody. So it might as well flow through us, right?
That's true.
Now I'm just going to do better. Do better. I'm going to do better and become
do
more.
better.
I'm going to do better.